Hello, and welcome to the weekend. I have a little bit more Loop Hero for you today. I've, progressed the game, built out a little bit of a lumberjack camp and stuff. Nothing too crazy here. And before this loop, I just want to tell you, we're going to play the necromancer today. We're going to do Act 3, necromancer. And what does that mean? It means that we're going to build things differently. So if we go to our supply here, I've taken out all of the items I had last time that was like damage against undead, because the necromancer is all about that undead. When we've added a bunch of items that, sure, they heal us, give us a little bit of max HP, whatever. They find additional rarity items, they give us some more potions, whatever. Just a smattering of things. None of it's like super critical. What's critical is in here, we're deciding to go with villages and groves and blood groves. All that's fine. But we're going to go for attack speed. We're going to go for a necromancer that summons lots of monsters. Attack speed for necromancer is the speed at which you summon things. So we're not going to worry about like the biggest, baddest, strongest skeletons. We want lots. And normally you grab ancestral crypt, which is you can choose one of these three things. And the ancestral crypt is every time you kill an enemy that has a soul, you get 3 more it's 3 more max HP, which is cool. It takes away the armor bonus from armor, but if you're playing the necromancer, you don't have armor, so whatever. And it gives you a resurrection, like super powerful for the necromancer class. Instead, we're going to grab the arsenal that gives us an additional item slot and less item quality. And like, why would you do that? This seems crazy. Well, because we're going to use the desert. We're going to use the desert and the desert dunes that reduces the max HP of all creatures by 0.5% and 1%. And what we're going to do is actually lower everyone's health really, really low and then summon lots of skeletons. It's going to be great. Just trust me. So we're not going to get an item, or we're not going to pick the building that gives us max HP for killing things, because we're going to be actively destroying that bonus. So again, we're the necromancer hero here, you can see, and I'm spawning duders that fight on behalf of me. Right now, at the start of the game, you can only have 2 of them, but you do your darndest to improve that number for sure. And like always, I always bring a card called the Bookery. Again, if you didn't see the first episode of this, don't worry about it. Basically, we're a loop hero, name of the game, and we go around this one loop over and over and over again, and we fight the monsters that spawn. And we actually, as a reward for killing these monsters, get items that can make us stronger. We can't use some of the ones we have already because we're looking for rings and books as our class. And that gives us cards to build out the world. And we actually want to make the world harder so that we kill more monsters, get more experience, and get more loot faster than the world gets more difficult, because it gets harder and harder every loop. And if we put down enough things, we get an opportunity to fight the boss. Now, some of these cards add things to the thing, like Battlefield spawns a chest with loot. Ooh, good for us. And if ever you do something specific with them, in my case, I've actually put 2 battlefields down. All the space in between becomes a blood path. I like fighting those enemies. I don't know why. I don't think they're actually that good to fight, but whatever. There's just more things for us to do. I've also since then gotten a Grimoire, so like that gives our skeletons more levels. We have regen per second, which heals us, and we have a shield, which gives us a little bit of defense. There's a couple of cards in my hand that I have that I could throw down. You can see like the forest, they give an attack speed boost, good stuff. And the thickets are like thicker trees, which gives us 2. So I really want to trade out these cards. There might be a card I get later that lets me swap for the better ones. Villages heals you when you go to them, and they also give you a quest. So we have a quest to go over here now. Good stuff. Oh, we actually have an amulet. I missed it. So we're going to be going around this loop trying to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And that's kind of the whole shtick, honestly. We're trying to get stronger, and we're going to put down things that make combinations of, like, goodies, basically. Sometimes you put something down and it helps another thing, or like I like putting down the dunes and the sands because, again, the dunes are the better than desert, but they reduce everyone's HP. But my max HP, like percentage-wise, losing some of it isn't that big a deal for me because I'm just spawning these things anyway. And I have items which give me magical HP, which is like a little bubble shield barrier at the start of a fight. So I'm really, like, the magical HP that I get is not much worse, or it's not any worse by the fact that everyone's health is down. So proportionally, my health is way higher. Because I put down these battlefields, there's now loot for me to go and get. Good for me. It's pretty easy to fight a chest, but sometimes it's a little bit more than chest. And then sometimes you get loot, again, because we fought the chest, that has colors. The orange one, I'm pretty sure, is the best. And we can see here, it gives summon quality, summon level, regen per second. It's just better in every way to this ring, so we'll equip it and we huck out the old ring. Summon quality allows us to summon not just the friendly skeletons, but skeleton warriors, and like there's like skeleton guards and stuff. There's all kinds of crazy stuff. And eventually we're hoping for items that give us rings or whatever, like any item that gives us maximum skeletons. Because right now we can only get 2 buddies, but as I throw down forests, we're going to be attacking faster and faster and faster. And I'm pretty sure every item you can have could technically be +1. So we could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the base 2. That's 7 skeletons. Maybe we level up. Lots of good things could happen. There we go. We finally got a bookery. Now the bookery is what I was talking about earlier. For when you go to it, it lets you swap out cards, and then you hope for better, like higher percentage thickets versus forests and dunes versus deserts. And I put it on a corner so I could do it twice. I'm also going to put that village down to get a quest immediately. And whenever we put down 10 forests, a village shows up, which is actually a really good enemy for us. It hasn't spawned any enemies yet, but it's going to spawn a type of enemy called a training dummy. And I can talk more about it once we get there. But basically, those enemies, they only act in self-defense. And because we don't actually attack anyone... Ooh, sweet. We completed the quest for killing a slime earlier, so this village gave us a higher level book. And it has max skeletons. Yo, poggers. Gosh darn, I was in the middle of saying something. Village... Training dummies, yes. So we're not we don't actually do a lot of the attacking ourselves. We summon minions to do the attacking. So a creature that only retaliates is really kind of ideal for us, as far as I'm concerned. We could spawn groves. That'll be more baddies as well. We can go ahead and put one, whatever, over there. And we put one here too. I also have a blood grove, which I was thinking about putting down, but I had already thrown all my deserts over there, so... Ooh, we have another shield now, skeleton level. Sweet. So this one's a little bit better. Eventually, we'll get so much gear that the gear we have will fall off the edge. We won't have enough space for it. And that's fine. Yeah, thicket. That's fine. The important thing is that as it falls off the edge, it's going to give us scrap metal. And going through, like, groves gives us trees, and killing certain enemies gives us whatever. And these are, like, long-term resources that allows me to, like, permanently upgrade my camp and village and all that other stuff. Like, one of the upgrades I have is if I fight near my bonfire, I actually get, like, a little archer crossbowman come out and help me out. So, if I was smart, I would set it up so that my hard fights are within 2 tiles of my camp. But, I just... kind of willy-nilly, as you can see. Anyways, let's see if we can get to the boss on this one. The boss counter is up here, so map completion. That's what we're going for. You don't have to retreat after fighting the boss, but usually you've gotten most of the resources. Also, I could be like checking this out. Like, this is a level 2 amulet. Nothing special for stats, but it was better than what I was wearing, so making a trade seems good. So overall, I think everyone's on board with what we're doing here. We're going around in a loop over and over and over again, making it harder for ourselves so that we can get more loot, to get stronger, to kill bigger things. Over and over and over again. And then you can compare, like, as I'm hovering over this, I'm like, I think I like this ring more than that one because it's better. I have 2 level 3 amulets. This one comes with a max skeleton increase, so even though attack speed and summon quality are good, the build I'm trying to go for is max skeleton. So now we can have 4 of them at the same time. Earlier I put this down. It's a special tile. You can't put it beside anything, but if you completely encircle it, it will give you goodies. So I'm going to encircle half of it, or most of it, and then if I get another treasury, I put it underneath, and then when I do this row, it completes this one and starts the next one, is what I normally do. Oh, a level 3 book. Summon quality goes up. It's just better in almost every way except for the max skeletons. Oh, we got a ring here for max skeletons. You know what I'll do then? We'll add in... Oh, I kind of like that summon quality, but they both have summon quality. The left ring has evasion. The right ring has a little bit more skeleton. You know what? Even though this is a level 2, I'm going to replace level 3. And this is a significantly better book. But you know what? No, screw it. Let's just stay with the max skeletons and focus on getting forest down as aggressively as possible. Woo, woo. And there we go, thicket. Now, those tiles I put on the corners called bookeries that that let me trade out cards. There is a little bit of a backfire to consider about that one. When you... Ooh, they've broken through our shield and they're hitting us. That's not good. When you go to the bookery and you swap out cards, which is great, and I'm going to do another one. See how there's this 14 or 20 or 14 here? When that gets completely depleted, the bookery no longer works for you. Boo. But then it starts spawning evil magical books to go out and fight on behalf of the monsters and stuff, so it can get pretty rowdy that way. Basically, it can be a very bad thing. But I don't mind it because it's more enemies, boo, bad, but it's also more enemies, so more loot and more stuff, right? So, anyway, basically, you don't, as long as you're managing to keep the level of enemies to a level that your character can keep up with, you should be fine. We'll do this. It's going to complete this treasury. Ooh, I know. These bone shields, they give you +1 skeletons. This one, no. So now we have 6 max skeletons. But our loot isn't that good because I've been, just grabbing anything that has skeletons on it. Also, I'm going to use I had an Oblivion card which lets me destroy a feature on the map. Every time you put 2 villages down, it gives you a camp, I guess, for bandits. And bandits specifically, I hate them. I hate them so bad because they are brigands and they steal from you, and that's mean. But they'll actually destroy an item right from your freaking gear. So at least, well, I guess we'll use this book now. There goes our max skeletons at 6. We don't have enough attack speed to get there anyway. Like we're chasing skeletons before we have the attack speed to back it up. But still, though that particular mob can really destroy your run by stealing your absolute best loot. Right now we're on loop 3 and we have mostly level 3 gear, so we should be completely fine. And I mean, you can tell that we're doing just fine. We're getting back to the camps. We've completed some missions, so it's giving us some stuff. I'm okay with the summon quality from this book, so I'm not going to bother swapping out. And we're going to try and build up some cards to go exchange at this bookery. We just got a new quest from the village. Okay, let me... Now, there's one thing I've been holding off on doing, but I do really want to do it. and I think I'm going to do it anyway. So we have this vampire mansion, which spawns vampires into the battles, and if I put it specifically here, so it'll be in a vampire will join any battle with this coverage. If I put it here, it will specifically, you know what I'm actually going to do on this side? How about that? Make it a ransacked village. And now we've failed that quest, and we've gained a bunch of mobs and bad guys there, which sounds awful, but again, it's another opportunity to get sick loot. I actually want more vampire mansions. There we go. I've never tried putting a vampire mansion beside a village, so I think I might do that next. You know what, I'll do it here. So see, it doesn't ransack the village, and what I'll do is I'll put an actual village here because I'm terrified of going into a bunch of evil villages without a little bit of a pick-me-up heal. Oh, a thicket. Put thicket down for sure. So again, we're just trying to grow our attack speed. You can see it down here in the bottom right, plus 38%. And that's not coming from our items. That's coming strictly from, like, I mean, maybe it's coming from our items a little bit. No, not at all. It's all coming from the cards we've chosen to bring into the fight. And you can see our max HP is actually a plus 24 somehow, so we've clearly done some things to gain HP. Just from going around the loops and, like, a couple of our items and stuff. But right now, the sand dunes are pretty much limiting us to the HP we started when we were level 1 going around for the first time. Speaking of level 1, we're about to get 200 experience once we've killed a couple more things here. Ooh, look at that, we're spawning skeleton mages, bruh. So that's cool. And now we have a level, because we've killed enough stuff, counterattack. Whenever you get attacked, there's a 50% chance that all of your skeletons immediately attack. This one here, field practice, 0.25 skeleton level per loop. Starting the loop it's received. Like, I'm gonna do it, but it's kind of weak to get it on loop 4. So there are builds that get you to level up really early, and those builds would be, like, if you get an early level that'd be awesome. But basically, every time I go around the loop, I get a quarter level. The only reason I thought, maybe for this run it's actually pretty worth it, is because I'm not gonna be focusing on getting skeleton level to begin with. I'm going to be focused on attack speed, max skeletons. So every bit of skeleton level will help us that much more. There we go, we finished a thing. I don't know where I want to put this village, but I guess I'll put it here. We have an Oblivion, so I'm going to kill this bandit camp before it spawns the bandits that I don't like. This gives us a max skeleton, so I don't think it's worth focusing on max skeletons as hard as I am right now, but at the same time, I'm like, it's nice to be there already and not have to really worry, because we were at 6 for a second. We've gotten up to 5, but we would not have gotten up to 6, I don't believe, even on the big fights. But here we go, a couple more forests. Now, we have a couple of those items at the very start that I said, oh, we're bringing this, and we're not bringing extra damage to undead. Some of those items specifically were like, yo, do more damage to these wolves. So that's what we're taking advantage of right now. This blood grove can be adjacent to groves or forests. So I'm going to put them here. And what the blood grove does, as long as it's actually attached to a forest or it becomes an evil, hungry grove, it will eat monsters that get reduced to like 15% health. Bro, we want this book. Level 5 loot, pog. So remember, we were using all these frickin' sand things to bring people's max HP down. And now if they take a little bit of damage with a blood grove nearby, they might drop to 15% of their max health that's already been reduced, and then just get eaten by the grove, and we don't even have to finish them off, and we still get the loot and experience. So seems like a frickin' strat to me, brother. I really wish I had a delete this bandit camp. We did not get one. This is a hilarious number of villages. I actually think we should spread them out. So I'm going to go and put one here. All right, we got a new bandit camp because, again, as we put down villages, we get more bandit camps. I love me some bookery, though. Give me some more books. That's right. I'm educated. And specifically these, like, battlefields are extra potent at the start of the loop because the gear in the chest scale with the loop. So if you're at the end of a loop, you're going into the next level of difficulty, and you're getting a chest that's like lame, instead of getting a chest that's like poggy. So right now we're just getting so many level 5 books and stuff, and I don't want an amulet unless it has support for my strat. So here we are going up against the vampires, but see this little symbol on their health? That is the Hungry Grove, and it eats them up as soon as they lose a certain amount of their max health, right? So this guy is always teetering and eating them up. Good stuff. No +1 skeletons. We actually summoned one of the really strong kinds of skeletons, I find. Like, these guys here are, like, DPS focused. They're fine. The basic ones are just, you know, fine. But this one here, Skeleton Guard, he is the first target ability, which means that the enemies have to target him first, and it gives us a chance to build up a little bit of a stack or an army, and prevents the enemy from just killing us while we have a skeleton army. And we'll put a Blood Grove here. That's a good spot for it. We don't want to start the baddie fight before we feel like we're strong enough, but another wooden village in there. Another vampire camp. See, like, these vampire villages, for the amount of, like, baddies there are and a vampire, they should be really hard, but instead, like, we're just spawning skeletons so quickly that every time we spawn it has another 42, 55, 34, whatever, HP, that the enemy, they just can't chew through them fast enough because we're summoning them so quickly. We just got 3 more thickets, excuse me. I will put those down. So, like, I'm not even worried about, like, these vampire camps. Like, here, there's another one. We'll just do it, like, if you're gonna give me loot, I'll do it. Here's all the wooden warriors. Again, they counterattack. So if my skeletons could please kill the vampire first, that'd be great. But instead they're gonna attack these ones and get counterattacked. But again, it doesn't matter, because as long as we're not attacking these guys, they're not attacking us. We're just spawning dudes. Whatever. Get pwned, bro. And we have a little Blood Grove nearby that's eating them up, and you know, if you aren't killing me faster than I'm spawning things, I'm winning. Gift of Blood. On hit, we can do Blood Lightning. That's not us. Permanently +5 bonus energy armor for every summoned skeleton. What? A permanent +0.5 bonus to energy armor, which I think is the magical armor, for every summoned skeleton. Dude, we are summoning skeletons so fast. I think we just broke the game. Where's magic HP? It's at 72 right now. Let's see what happens. We can get some more groves. So I have a Blood Grove. There we go. We got a Blood Grove. Putting things near the... Oh, we actually had a Blood Grove in our hand, so we could have maybe put that grove down where we want a new Blood Grove. But... Oh, there's a thicket. And we're also finding new things. Like Jeweler's Lens is the thing that makes our rarer item find better. We can bring that on future missions. Got a new treasury to put down. Good stuff. So the start of the fight is where we're the most vulnerable, where it's like, we gotta get the guys down. But especially once you get a guard down, you're good. And then we're putting extra ones out here on the rafters. They can't even be attacked. Like, come on. So we have 77 magic. That was 72 a second ago, right? Like, I said that out loud. I wasn't actually listening to myself, but I'm pretty sure that that's amazing. And we are gonna break the game on how great we are. Another bookery. Yo, I like books. And we're not even, like, we're on loop 4 using a level 2 and a bunch of level 3 stuff because we've built such a great little deck. Oh, there's the Oblivions I was looking for earlier. There's a camp here and here that I want to kill. Bam, and... Because those enemies that steal your gear, man, I'm just not for it. So we don't even, like, care if... We want fights to go long. Because the longer a fight goes, the more times we get to... the more times we get to summon a skeleton that is permanently putting up this magical HP barrier we have. And because everyone's health, like maximum health, is being reduced severely by the fact that we just keep, like, putting down these sand dunes, like, our max HP being pretend is going to be awesome. All creatures HP by 1%. I'm not sure. Maybe the, like, magical HP is affected when we put those down. I'll have to check next time I throw one down, but I'm pretty sure it's not. Now, we just took a whole bunch of damage, though, so maybe we're in, like, about to die territory, and I'm an idiot for getting us here. This book is better. This shield. Maybe we need a bunch of shields. I'm scared all of a sudden. Where did I get hurt? These blood clots decided that they were gonna kill me, I guess. All we have to do is get through 3 more fights without any potions left, basically, which is not a good sign. I think I'm gonna have to give up this level 2 ring for a little bit just to make sure we survive. If I had a level 5 amulet, I might have replaced that instead, just for the more max HP. But... oh, see, yeah, they're just whacking me. I need a skeleton guard, please. Skeleton guard, please. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please. 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 Okay. All right, let's see. We're going to put down sand dunes. My magic HP is at 82. Or 88. It's at 88 still. I'm terrified right now, so I'm going to open up this treasury early. Oh, I did get a level 5 ring and a bone ring. Yo, bone ring. Bone ring gives you max skeletons up. So that one goes there. And then this one has some regen per second. Now, regen per second is also good because it's only 2 per second, but when everyone's max health is reduced by, like, 1% for every one of these dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Like, people are, like, 20% less maximum health because I have that. I don't want to abandon my max skeleton strat right now just because I got spooked. Yeah. Like, this is a little bit more skeleton level, but we're going to get better skeleton level every time we do a loop. So we just got to do the loop, you know? Maybe I should stop making these awful blood clot enemies, though. But I just created 2 more tiles that'll spawn them. I think they have good loot, though, don't they? Yeah, whatever. And there we go. We just went through a town. It healed us basically to full. Because they heal, like, 25 times loop or 5 times loop or... I don't know, it's 45, so you do the math. It's 15. 3. Oh my god, I can't math it out. It's less than 10. It's like 8 times loop, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, moral of the story is I can't do mental math on camera very quickly, but just a couple of villages and we're already back to max health. We have a lot of doggos to fight here in a second. But we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Don't stress, man. Don't stress. It's fine. Grimoire. I was genuinely scared for a minute there because we had such low gear. But now it looks like everything's kind of balancing out. Sure. We're taking some damage here and we have no potions left and we could be on a downward spiral to death. But that might not be happening. And wouldn't that be cool? You know? What about that? Anybody, did you ever consider that it might not be happening? Hashtag, like, what is climate change? That's not real either because I don't want it to be because it's inconvenient. Hashtag never believe in something that doesn't conform to your worldviews. Hashtag please don't take me serious because this is awful advice. A little bit more defense. I don't want to lose my max skeletons, man. I'm getting up to 5 skeletons pretty consistently here because my summon speed is insane. Like, it's faster than a rogue. Like, rogues are, like, all about attack speed and, I'm gonna English here in a second. Attack speed and crit chance, and, like, they just can't attack speed fast enough. Here, the only reason my minions die so quickly is because they attack and die. But remember, my max HP, like, magical HP, this is 71. I have 108 right now because of that freaking one thing I took. That's from now on. My my magical HP is going up, baby. And that is scaling with me lowering their HP. I just think this is such a fun build. Because the necromancer is kind of hard. Oh, there's an evil book. It's a tome. You can see. It gives all my enemies shields, and then it attacks you for anywhere between 0 and 200% attack. So it's kind of dangerous AF. But let's not worry about it. Like, it gave me the cards I wanted when I wanted them, and it gives you lots of cards after that. So we'll put a thing there, there, battlefield. I mean, these are already awful places, so like whatever. Oh, and we can Oblivion this town. There we go. So no more bandits there. Ooh, level 6 shield is almost worth it. Just get the defense and protect yourself. The reason why defense is god-awful for the necromancer and why you don't actually want to do it, all you care about is like max skeleton and attack speed, is because your defense does not apply to your magical shield. And like, even if you're doing the other build that's like every time you kill a soul you get some max HP, like you're building into a buffer that is going to be chewed up. Like, who cares if you have a bunch of health if you just don't have any regen or whatever? Like, somebody might make it work and it might be cool and stuff, but like, I just like be stronger, you know? Spawn more skeletons and reduce everyone's max HP. My max HP is +5 despite everything I've done in this game. Despite getting the loop increases, like literally, I'm pretty sure I start with like a plus 10% max HP boost from like things I've equipped for the run, and it's still down at 5. Like, it's not growing instead of where it should be. I think I tried this run once and I actually had like minus 60 max health or something. Like, it's good stuff, man. Screw max health. Just huck it. You don't need it. Oh, what's this? Fancy rings. And the thing about like going for like max skeletons, like, hey, look, I can get one with this book, is that you don't have to pay attention to loot that much. Like the necromancer is like the class that is the single most like, you do not need +1 max skeleton. Yo, you do not need to always use the best available loot, desperately trying to keep up with like the game. Like, you need to figure out a strategy that works for your summoning style, like whether it's like summon quality or overall level or summon speed or magical health, what have you. You need to find it and you need to build into it hard, right? And for us, it's like, I don't care if I have max HP, because if I'm taking damage to my health, like, that's not good. That means that my build has failed. My build is all about summon quickly, summon often, and it'll take care of it. Let's get some more battlefields. I mean, like, whatever, man. We'll get so many chests early. What's this, a ring? Yeah. And, like, it's blowing me away that this amulet gives me 71 max or magical HP, and I'm at 138. Like, this creature has 23 health. My summons have like 50, despite being like level plus, what do I have, +4, right? Like, it don't matter, man. It don't matter. I'm just so good at the game. That's why you guys you know, log on to listen to this run, eh? Is you're like, let's just hear Matt talk about how smart he is and like his cool strategy. Like, you know, part of me does feel like, you know what, I kind of figured it out. Here's a new shield that gives us +1 max skeletons and 10 attack speed and all this other stuff. Like, thank you. That's getting locked in quickly. We need to put some cards down here real quickly. But like, oh, and this is what I really like too. Vampire Mage. A vampire area summons a vampire into a battle, and a book area summons a book into a battle. And if both of those are true, you get a Vampire Mage, which is pretty cool. And even when you kill the mage, the book reanimates to fight on its own. Now, I'm not sure if the Vampire Mage is even that much more dangerous or not, but we just kill it. We're not even worried about it. We'll figure it out. Look, just look at these battlefields. Oh, yeah, baby. We need some thickets. Another Vampire Mansion. I could make more places evil, but I don't think that's worth it. I don't think I want to use this Vampire Mansion. Instead, I'll just use a bunch of forest. So now we're up to 106% attack speed. Yo. We also got an Orb of Crafts. That's a, like, good item. We just got Memory Fragment or something. And a book. A rare book. +1 defense for every card in the player's hand. Well, that's a neat item to have, but I'm not really, like, whatever, man. What if you have 10 cards in your hand at the start of the game? I'd rather put them down and start getting the benefits from the cards than get 10 defense. Even if you're playing, like, the warrior class, for instance, which is, like, the one that benefits the most from defense. I can't imagine being, like, screw putting the things on the board that are going to give me, like, rare loot and, like, more experience. I'm going to just hold cards. Like, no. This is a huge skeleton level increase. It's almost 4.5 level. You know, we got to do that. We still have max 6 skeletons because of our leveled up thing that we did. So, we should be fine. Ooh, any of these good? Max Skeleton Amulet, it's just better. In all the ways, it comes with evasion, attack speed. That's what we've been waiting for. Summon quality. My ring on the right could be improved, but this doesn't actually improve it. I mean, it kind of does. It's less attack speed and less regen. Right? Weak. But 18% summon quality? What's my summon quality right now? I don't think I have any. Alright, we're going to take that because summon quality allows me the % chance to summon, like, the shield boys and stuff. Cool amulets, but I want max skeletons, bud. I wonder if there's loot out there that gives, like, multiple max skeleton, like max skeleton +2. I've never seen it. Yeah, whatever. Look at all this amazing loot that we're getting, like super high level, super high rarity. I mean, not super high level. I mean, level 6 is the loop that we're on, so it's like fine. But you know, but again, we're using this ring just because it has +1 skeletons. Like that one feature is so much stronger than being a little bit stronger, in my opinion. There's a, I see it, it's a bone ring. But again, level 5. Despite being level 5, there's a level 1 ring that's a bone ring that does the same thing. Level 5, it's still +1 because it's just that good. More defense and summon quality, like, whatever. Get out of here, bud. We're going to the bookstore to get some new pages. Still don't think we want more vampires. We have enough vampires. We're getting close to the boss here. A village. Yeah, we should use a heal in between here. A couple more sandy dunes. Oh, I could have finished off this I got treasury earlier. Oh, the neat thing about the treasuries I never mentioned is the fact that they once they are popped, they start summoning those gargoyles. You might have seen gargoyles on the run. And gargoyles are an interesting enemy because I'm pretty sure they lower the attack speed of all of their allies. So, yeah, we have one coming up here in a second. Yeah, so here, any damage dealt not during the unit's attack phase is decreased by 60. So if you attack him when he's not attacking, whatever. But so I say, lowers attack speed of all allies by 10%. Yo, like, I mean, right now his allies are a couple of chests, so it's not that big a deal. But sometimes it's a big deal, especially if you don't kill him first. Shields, amulets, whatever. It's not what I wanted. So this thing here, people call it a loot pinata, I've heard. I've heard a lot of things for the flesh golem. But basically those groves that have been eating creatures for us, once they've eaten enough creatures, they spawn this freaking thing. And it has a good loot in it, generally. Oh my god, he just hit me for 170 damage. That's an issue. This one comes with max skeletons, and it has more defense. Has more summon quality and summon levels, so we're going to take that. This one here didn't have max skeletons. This one here is just... I mean, it's actually better. It's level 8, so it's just pure stats. It's just more levels. I'm worried about, not the dogs so much, but... I'm going to put this vampire mansion here just to finish off this. See what we get. Anything good? We have 1 potion left, so we shouldn't just die. And then we have a bunch of these villages. So there's a good chance. We could always run away if we're actually afraid of dying. But then you lose 60% of your loot and you don't get to fight the boss. I don't think we're about that life. So we're just gonna get into this fight. And we're gonna spawn skeletons. And we didn't get a single good skeleton until we summoned a mage. But that's fine. Again, because every time we summon a skeleton, we're getting more max HP. This ring gives us 84. We got 194. Sorry, not max HP, but magical HP. Like, yo. And as our attack speed goes up too, we're also making it a target-rich environment for them, so they're less likely to actually kill us. So, I don't know. I think that there's a good chance we're going to get through this. It's just not... See, oh, we're about to summon the baddie boss. Maybe I should hold off on summoning the boss and go a whole extra loop first? I don't know. A bone ring. See, finally, it's high enough level that it comes with stuff alongside it. But see, I'd rather have our level 4 ring for 0.4, like half a level on my skeletons, than a level 6 ring that's, you know, whatever. It's 1 or 4 defense that doesn't even apply to my magical HP, which is fast approaching the value of my max HP. So, summon quality, that's the same. Skeleton level is a little bit better, but I like the regen and the attack speed on that. Honestly, it's kind of nice. Here, see these 2 villages here? They no longer have ghouls in them because they're Count's land. We fought off the ghouls enough time that it's actually an even better village. I think I forgot to mention that was the point. Oh, I've spawned the baddie. Oopsies. There was a reason I was holding off on placing cards, but now we are free to go. Actually, I guess I could have finished off that treasury since we know we're fighting the boss this round. We may as well open it. There we go. We got a guard. There's 2 loot golems on this one. We could die here, honestly. Because they are like, they'll one-shot my skeletons. They'll one-shot me. Look at that. GG. Sorry, guys. This was a good run. And then I accidentally ran into 2 blood golems, and they're going to one-shot me. Oh my god. They have an ability. See this one here? He's dead. But he has a dying strike. He won't die until he attacks one last time. And if he attacks me, I die. And we didn't spawn a guard. But they didn't hit me. And then we got to our thing. Yo, we got to the village and the village healed us. Oh, what's this? Is it plus skeleton? No. Is this plus skeleton? No. Is this max skeletons? Yes. And significant. This is a good amulet. So is this better than that ring on the right? It has regen, it has skeleton level, it's got attack speed. It doesn't have summon quality though. And we're desperate for some summon quality. This one here has summon quality, but doesn't have max skeletons. I need like 6 skeletons maximum. Also, I'm pretty sure the blood grove affects the boss. So I really, next time I get a tree, I need to put it near the boss. And then slam this blood grove nearby it. Doesn't look like that's what's going to happen, though. We can put a village ahead of it, though. If I hit a bookery, it's going to throw away our blood grove for new cars, and that's going to be devastating. But look at it. Now we have so much magical HP that we should be good, I think. Okay, there we go. Thicket, blood grove, good stuff. And then let's finish off this treasury for another sandy freaking thicket. All right, we're here. We have half a loop to go. We have an Oblivion that can blow up the baddies on the route as well. So I guess I hold on to it just in case. But I don't think I need to blow up baddies on our route. Like, we've come pretty close to dying a couple times, but I don't think we're gonna die. We've gotten as far as we have. I mean, this is a big fight, and I don't have any potions, but my max HP from magical has gone way up. And now that we're spawning, like, skeleton guards for real now, like, there we go. Alright, this is what I wanted. We have a resurrection charge now, so we, I don't know how to say it. We can die to the boss once, and we'll resurrect, which is sick. I actually may have been selling myself short here for a second, because I have, I've upgraded the cemetery in my base, the cemetery that unlocks the necromancer, and I'm pretty sure it also gives me a resurrection charge, but you only come back with 15%. So I think I have 2 resurrection charges actually. So we'll see how this goes. There's the vampire mage. Yo, attack speed. I mean, 126. We haven't even gotten that many trees, but oh, there they are. We got the trees. So let's pause for a second. New you. We'll pop this treasury. New village. Whatever. Just keep throwing the villages down. It's fine. Is this a good book? Level 7? Honestly, it's significantly weaker skeletons, but it gets us up to 54% summon quality. And the only thing that I see killing us is not being able to summon a guard when we need it. So let's lean into the summon quality here. I don't care if we have a bunch of trash skeletons, because we're gonna be spawning them so rapidly. Okay, let's see. Let's finish off this loot treasury. Got a new bookery. I guess I'll put one of them here. This is all bad loot. A thicket is good loot. And one more card swap for a sand dune. Sure thing. Okay. Do we really want the max skeletons ring here? Yeah, I think we do. Well, what do we have here? Woof, 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 clever dogs. Yeah, we don't care about the lore. Brah, brah, brah. So let me look. So these have cosmic. So they, after taking 3 hits, they go to an astral plane, and then after 3 attacks, they return and do a huge critical attack. The damage is increased by 100%, and, damage is increased by 100%, and 30 XP is restored if an ally dies. So when they die, they strengthen each other. And this guy might be able to bring people back to life. Forces hero to stop attacking and guard and target another instead. Okay. So they have a lot of ways of attacking themselves and going invisible here for a bit. But I don't think, I think that's awful for them. I think that hiding is not the solution when you have me just spawning monsters. Like, I think we just beat the boss. So this is actually like a not easy boss, I'm pretty sure, but we now we can unlock like a level hero trait that you can get in the future. 60% chance of reflecting ranged, meh. 40% chance of not spending a healing potion, okay. Once per battle, hero deals 4 hits with double the speed when health falls below 20%. That's actually like could save you. Especially if you're like a crazy lifesteal. And then Then we're going to retreat, because if I look at my resources, we're like maxed out on wood, we're maxed out on metal. Yeah. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Let's have a quick second here to like look at, like, I have this build tree. You can see I've unlocked the cemetery and the crypt. That's how I got the ya boy. I can get another lumberjack. They give me more wood in general. I really want to get the river. That's like a new tile on the board, but it takes this this resource here. I can build more towers. Also, see these little buildings with the little up arrows? Those ones can be upgraded. So the war camp, if I upgrade it, the hero gets 4% more strength. But it takes 5 of that resource I'm trying to get more of. What about this little mud hut? It takes 6 of that? Yeah, no thank you. I could build a watchtower. This takes 10 of it? Ugh. Build another mud hut. Let's get a watchtower. I want to wreck where my farms are. I mean, I'm not even sure I'm building it with any type of thing. So there we go. More soldiers, more arrows. So 1 crossbowman will help for each. And we can have up to 4 towers. I mean, like, I guess I could build a bunch of them. But there. I'll build another hut. I don't know how many huts you need. I can have 2 warehouses. I could have built one of those, but again, that costs the thing I don't have as much of. The farm is what I want to build here. Well, I said I want to build it there, but that would actually... No, it doesn't interfere with the forests. Okay, so 1 more... Sure, we'll go up to maximum towers. And then I don't have enough stone. Well, there you go. You were here. If ever we have a fight near our campfire, we're going to have 4 crossbowmen join us. This one here can go 2 tiles away because it's been upgraded. And yeah, that's cool. I hope you've enjoyed. I sure have. Again, it's just a delightful game. I mean, it's blowing up all over the place. There's a reason for it. And I'm just happy to be someone who gets to play along and share it. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.